Welcome back to another video, traders, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Tesla Trends. Got a great video for you today, but before we get into that, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's take a look at the chart. So this is a 10-day 10-minute chart for Tesla. I don't really want to spend time looking at the indexes today, but they both kind of sold off pre-market and sort of continued and then eventually bounced, and you know, it's off some Fed news. They had a very strong recovery. Tesla had not quite as strong of a recovery, and so today obviously was meaningful because we finally fell through this support at 561. Now that happened pre-market, and before we zoom in, I just wanted to look at some of these levels. So this is the bottom of the growth channel up here at around 629. Now it's up around 639. And this is where we had been expecting to see that bounce, and now you can see some of our downtrend lines are crossing those levels. Below that, we had that support at 619, and down here the closest support at 561, and then our lower support at 537. So today, and this was pre-market again, very weak SPY, weak NASDAQ, fell through the support and opened down around 550 in this area, and we're just kind of chopping around in this 550 range for a couple of hours, and eventually the market got some strength. I think after Powell came and just sort of explained those notes from April that came out. If you weren't aware of that whole situation, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think it's going to take some time for the market to digest that information, but it should be bullish neutral if anything. Anyway, we came up eventually testing this channel a couple of times, continuing to chop around and just barely closing above the support line right before the close. Honestly, one of the last candles of the day, getting back above the support, and it looks like we're holding above and maybe showing a little bit of strength in the aftermarket today. Overall though, this is not good. Obviously the markets were weak. SPY and NASDAQ, we fell through the support, but I mean, we've been talking about it all week. Continuing to test this and obviously falling through is a big sign of weakness, and Tesla closed down about 14.5 points today, whereas the SPY and the NASDAQ, we can look at really quickly both. Alright, so SPY's down 1 point, 0.25%, pretty darn flat. So very strong recovery after this pre-market sell-off, basically getting almost back to where we started from there for the S&P. And the NASDAQ actually closed green on the day, just barely. So lately we've seen a little bit more strength out of the NASDAQ than the SPY. It's kind of the opposite of what we've seen in previous weeks. Maybe because the SPY was higher, certainly had more to sell off. The NASDAQ had already been lagging behind and kind of pulled back, so a little bit more room to grow. Regardless, same type of action, pre-market sell-off with a bit of a recovery, and the NASDAQ was fairly strong, getting back above this 320 level, testing it a couple of times, continuing on up, closing around 322.50 today. So markets are strong, Tesla's weak, not a great sign. I believe volatility was up again today. We can look at this again as well. So yeah, the VIX again elevated, and we talked about this in a video a little while ago about these sort of double pops that we've seen, and it looks like we're kind of getting another one here. So hopefully that's the end of it and we don't have a sort of continuation candle. These other two times it was more of a one-day affair. The second day, selling off, dropping significantly. Here, then we're coming back again. Second day, a little bit of a pop, but it's basically fading. Same thing here, one day up, one day down, one day up, and then fading. So similar action, up, down for a couple of days, back up. I think we should see that fade as the market sort of digests the news that came out and hit today. And I think for Tesla, after falling now, even though I expect strength for the SPY and the NASDAQ in the future, I still think that after dropping under this level, it's inevitable that we're going to test this one at some point. Maybe that's just me. I try not to have an opinion on things, but I have one today. maybe this is all that we're going to get, this one little long wick that we saw this morning down to 544, and maybe we'll get the nice big bounce tomorrow. But I'd say if we're flirting with this support line here, again, bad sign of weakness. We need to see some major movement at this point to get back up and start testing this level again up here. Or, you know, the farther away we get away from these trend lines, the weaker the stock looks to me. And I don't know, we're starting to hopefully see a little bit more of a sideways action as opposed to the downward action. But this is our downtrend line, and we are significantly below it. It's not a healthy spot to be in, guys. So well, we really need to see that bounce that I keep trying to predict, and the market just won't let me be right on this one. Yeah, we really need to see that bounce, or if not, at some point we are going to come down and test this level. If we don't bounce there, there's only one other thing that can happen at that point. So not a great spot, but we will see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully that bounce comes very soon. That's it, guys. So another slow day on the market. It's tough to just sit there and watch the charts like this when it's just chopping around, slowly working its way back up. And really a tight range today as well. It seems like lately a lot of movement in the after hours and the pre-market, which is frustrating. But I think we just got to be patient here and trust these levels. So sorry, I keep rambling on, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. It really helps out the channel with that YouTube algorithm. And subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I make new videos every single day. If you want to check out more videos that I make on other stocks, you can look on my main channel, Trading Trends. Just did another video following up on Micron, and I did another follow-up earlier this week on DAC. Both those stocks are in great position, and DAC has really seen incredible gains this year. If you're not familiar with that name, I would go check out those videos. You can still pick it up, expect to see even more stock. Even more gains. It's the #1 rated stock on Seeking Alpha right now across all sectors. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, comment below. Let me know what you think about the video and the action in the market today as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.